Personalized Health Center Clinic Director. We get a lot of calls about our process and our approach. So I wanted to make a video for all of you so that you understand how we actually build our programs for clients, all right? Because a lot of people have different approaches and different types of styles. And so I wanted to make sure you understand why we call ourselves the Personalized Health Center and how we approach your body. And the way that it starts is we first start with a 17-page assessment form. And the reason why we start to look at this 17-page assessment form is because it gives us the opportunity to connect with you. It gives us the opportunity to understand what your goals are, understand what your starting point is, understand where your body's starting point is, and we can start to, most importantly, make notes and start to build an impression of what your body is doing. And in that connection phase, we also get the opportunity to make sure that we're both on the same page at the end of the hour of ensuring that you and I both know where you want us to bring you. So that's the first step to how we personalize it for you, is we first will go through a 17-page assessment form so that we understand everything about your body and we've got notes. The second thing that we do before we make up your program is we will then do your body composition assessment. So we will do your body fat, we'll take your pictures, we'll check your weight. If body composition is a goal, we will take this metrics and we'll take it into consideration when we're starting to put together your program. Third thing we do is we take a look at your food logs. So we're going to take a look at what are you eating for the past 5 to 7 days. So this way, once we've exchanged all of that information back and forth with you, we now have the opportunity to understand what your starting point is. What we don't want to do is say, here's a diet, go do it. We don't know what your starting point is of your body. We don't know what you're currently eating, but we want you to go here. We don't want to do that. We've already done the diets that we'd made 55 changes and we couldn't do them. So the first step is understanding your starting point, and then we say, here's what you're doing food logs wise, here's what your goals are, here's some breakdowns with the body. Okay, now let's start to make the program. Then once we develop that personalized program, then we start to pick a start date of the actual program. That's where the actual personalized process begins, and that's where we ask you to start emailing us over on a daily basis. The reason why that's important is because we know that we're going to get the programming correct to about 80% when you're in our office. But when you leave, we want to make sure that we're able to fine-tune the programming based on your lifestyle, based on what happens on a bad day, good day, and what happens when you are what happens to you when you're actually not following the protocol. What happened that got you there? So when we start to pick the day that you start emailing us over every day what you're eating, okay? Now what we can do is you can ask us questions. We can support you. We can answer anything that you're doing. You're going out to a friend's house. You don't know about sauces. We can answer all those questions. Number two is we want to make sure that we ask you questions about how you're feeling, because one of the goals is that we want to make you the nutritionist of the future. So by us having the opportunity to be able to ask you questions about how you're feeling, now you're starting to reconnect food back to your day. The other thing is accountability. So the clients who do send us the food logs, in general, we see them accomplish their goals a lot faster. And so that's why it's important that we do see what you're doing on a daily basis, so that this way, next time we have a chat, we can now start to pinpoint some of your weaknesses and your strengths so we can make up the changes for the next phase of your programming, okay? That's how we personalize it for you, okay? Then what we also do is we also do offer a food sensitivity testing in our coaching programs. And the reason why we do that is because everybody eats foods that will give them some type of reaction. And we always want to focus on every time you eat, you get the best reaction possible. And that's where food sensitivities become an effective tool. Okay? So we first do your 17-page assessment form. Then we do your food log review. Then we type up your program custom to where your starting point is. Then we follow you every day. Then we have a catch-up session to figure out your pain points and your goods and your strengths. Then we do a food sensitivity test. And then we do your body composition assessment again. Okay? So throughout this process, we're constantly tracking your body, how you're feeling, how your body's adjusting to all the changes. So that's the process in which we use to help us personalize your nutrition so that it's always custom to your goals, but most importantly, it's starting where you need to start so that we don't overwhelm you. We don't have to do too many changes at once. We build a program that is built on progression, not perfection. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions or concerns, never feel shy to reach out to us. We love connecting with our clients so that way they can get the right information and we can make sure that you get booked in for the right type of appointments. Have a beautiful day.